Okay, we're all live. So I say if anybody doesn't want to be on the video, they need to X out the video and their name will just show up, because otherwise you're being seen on the whole world wide web. So this is good. Like I say, everybody mute themselves unless they want to talk, just so we can keep the volume down. And I want to thank you. This is a very special event that has been a collaboration with many people. And I want to say Pat, Wanda, Susan, Steve, that have really helped to get all these portal points and energies together. And so thank you very much. And this is a special day that has really been destined for this day. And I'm going to have some background information so that we understand what's going on. First, I'm going to have some definitions of terminology that you'll understand, be on the same page. And then I'm going to go through a timeline of what led up to all of this. And then going to talk just very briefly about the different kinds of spiritual helpers that have been assisting in this whole process. And then I'll do a quick introduction of the portal points that are around the world, a little bit about them, and then we'll go into a guided meditation. And so this is really a proud moment to be part of this, and I thank everyone for being here, and to just know that the information that we have received is been very, how would you say, amazing. And like say, this is destined for this to happen now. So let's start out with maybe some definitions. The first, what is a portal? It's a doorway, gateway, or entrance to other worlds or dimensions where energy flows through. Interstellar means occurring or situated between stars. Galactic, referring to galaxies or a certain galaxy. The word universe is all existing matter and space considered as a whole, or the cosmos. The universe is all of space and time and their contents, including planets, stars, galaxies, and all other forms of matter and energy. The name cosmos refers to the universe as seen as a well-ordered whole. And this next term is the one I'm choosing to use from now on to call this work and to call the beings that work with us, is the word cosmic. And this is relating to the universe or the cosmos, which is all encompassing. And so that's why I'm going to use that terminology after I looked at all the definitions. And the term ascension is basically the raising of consciousness, and it's a process that is currently going on in this planet. So any questions on the definitions? Just so I help understanding on that. And the second, I want to talk about sort of the timeline of evolution which led up to this day, is from 2017 to today, that Spirit really guided me to the Tucson, Green Valley area to start anchoring in 6 new ascension portals in the Tucson, Green Valley area. I did not know what I was doing. It just started happening. And then they tell me what it was for. And so it was working with various ETs and earth spirits. And it was told that this whole process was because this area is destined to be a place of light and bringing in new energy ascension light codes. This is really powerful that, we're getting honored, and the ones that live here we're holding the light for this process. And in 2019 until now, Susan joined me in person and long distance to help anchor in additional ascension energies and to connect with various cosmic beings. And in her travels, we're connecting and also anchoring in more energies. In October 2020, Pat joined me in person, and we started to connect with higher cosmic beings of light. And the first ones were what we call the Watchers. In December 2020 up till now, Wanda joined Pat and I in like the living room here to work with earth spirits and cosmic beings to start to shift various location portals upon the planet. And this was all done in preparation for what we're doing today, and to connect with the Galactic Council and other cosmic beings of light, and also connected and set up the altars, portals of the Egyptian energies and more cosmic beings. And then in March 2020, that this was told to me in the fall, or March 2021, that in the fall of 2020, it was told that March 21 would be a major shift of higher consciousness energies. And so on March 12th, 2021, was when we went to and activated the Pyramid Mountain Sacred Portal in the Green Valley, Saharita area in the desert. And they said that this awakening was the anchor point for new consciousness awakening energies. And that basically it had to be awakened in March, because it was right after winter solstice that Spirit said it would be activated sometime after January 1st. And so it wasn't until the March 12th that happened. And so basically Spirit's timing, they tell us when it's happening. So, you know, we can't force them, but this is a wonderful way of, you know, all this timeline has been building up since 2017. And the spiritual helpers we worked with, I want to just sort of talk about them. There's earth-based ones, which are the nature spirits, ancient shamans, inner earth beings like the Talos people through Adama, angels, archangels, and ascended masters. And just lately, the living room was honored by having a group of Buddhist monks appear and also assist with their energies, which was very much an honor. And as far as cosmic beings, they're like the Galactic Federation, various other ET groups, and the galactics that reside in the Catalinas and the surrounding mountains of the Catalinas, the Rincons, and Santa Ritas. And then also the Watchers, which are very high vibration beings that go through all universes and help planets in their ascension process. There's also been galactics from other star systems and higher vibrational beings of light that are just pure light and energy. And when we've interacted with them, it's been wonderful to feel their energy and just go to that state of consciousness. And they said once that the work we're doing is to help the humans return to being galactic humans. And that's why all this work and all these Zooms and the classes is to assist everybody in that. So I wondered if, say, Pat, Wanda, and Susan will take a moment to put an input on their connection with all these various spirit helpers that we've been connecting with, just to share with others what it's like. So Pat, Wanda, and Susan.
Okay, I guess I'll start. Well, the lamas, for example, and the Tibetan monks and the Buddhist monks, some of my connections have been strongly with them. And particularly with shamans, there's some shamans that appear in white, and other, the watchers, um, they're just beautiful, and some other galactic beings, they're just beautiful, and it's always a wonderful journey to just relax into it and let them take you someplace. I don't know what else to say. What you want me to share, but they've been it's funny how the process works. Like, suddenly be attracted to look at some picture, like with the llamas, was like there was a picture of Asia or the world, and I was just like, whoa, went right to Lhasa in Tibet, and connected with a real nice energy there. It turned out to be the llamas. And then we invited them, and boom, they came right away. They were really fun. And that's sort of a lot of how it happens, where all of a sudden you'll just be pulled, and you just put your awareness there, and boom, they'll let you know something. So that's what I do. I just sort of feel an energetic pull to something, and then they open up. You just have to be kind of open to it. Is there anything more you wanted me to share about that?
Yeah, just whatever. Yeah. So Wanda, Susan?
I've noticed that there is a lot of synchronicity. That's a good word. And when they come in, they'll come in bits and pieces. Like they'll share something with Pat and Starwalker, or Pat and myself, or myself and Starwalker, and it's like pieces of the puzzle, and we're putting it all together, and we never know what's going to happen, where they're going to take us. We just kind of roll with the flow and go where they take us. And it's really a fun time, actually. But they are quite insistent. If I'm not paying attention when they are trying to get my attention, it's like I can hear a shout in my ear. There's no one there, but I hear a shout, and it's like, you need to do this. So get with Starwalker and Pat and let them know. We'll contact them, and you can all join in and make plans to do whatever you need to do. And it's really fun, actually, to go on these trips that they send us on. And so it's neat to be a part of that.
Kind of want the rest of you to join us in that sense. That's what these meetings are for. Start that connection among all of us to be able to put in our parts that we share, because each of us have different roles to play often.
Yes, I'm told, I'm sorry, Susan, I'm going to interrupt here real quick. I'm told all the time that we as a group, as metaphysical group, are meant to do this. We're all pulled in together, whether we realize that or not. We are a group, and they are counting on us, and they thank us all the time for doing the work that we are doing, because we have to be involved in this in order for it to be done. They can't just come in and do it. We have to be the connection, the earth connection, to do this.
Mm-hmm. And what I'm sensing as you say that, Wanda, is that it amplifies the consciousness and the field that everybody participates in. It just amplifies it exponentially, right? So I'll just share one of the places that Starwalker will talk about that she linked up on the map is a place I landed in in November of 2019. And it's in South Carolina, in the northwest corner of that state. And I just ended up in this place called Tucson State Park. And when I got out of the car and I started walking around in the woods there, there was this energy that I had never felt before. And, you know, the logical mind is going, okay, is this the Native Americans? Are these angels? Are these ascended masters? Are these, no, 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 no. These are beings that are completely new vibration and a very high intelligence, but not intelligence of the mind in the way that we know it. So they're operating with a different frequency, if you will, and very benevolent beings. And as Star Walker mentioned, and excuse me, there's some construction just going on right outside. So as Star Walker mentioned, they're beings of energy and light, but of vast intelligence that we will be stepping into soon, is what I hear. So that was November 2019. And then 2 other times was during July of last year. I went to Lake Tahoe. I was in California at the time, and I decided to see Lake Tahoe. And as I'm driving, I'm just feeling this download of an encodement. And the beings that were there at Lake Tahoe were beings of light. I call them the Tahoe beings of light. So that was just another place. And then the last place was near the largest lake in California, is called Clear Lake. And again, other beings who were so peaceful and just a beautiful energy. And it was like heaven on earth. So I call those the Clear Lake beings. But it seems that they speak to us, or that we're accessible to them when we are out in nature. Or at least that was my experience, where it's very free flowing, and they can get in touch with us more easily there. So thank you all for being here.
One interesting thing about that is when Susan was at those 2, Lake Tahoe and that other California lake, that she called me on the phone, and we were able to just over the phone energetically connect. And it was like I was right there with her, connected, and saw these ETs, went up into the ship, had a wonderful experience. So I'm just saying that time and distance do not matter. And quantum physics is really showing that. So we can connect through our thoughts. We can just connect. It's so much easier now. So it's not, doesn't have to be totally based in the physical. So, you know, just experiment with that, you know, call a friend that's in Sedona and see if you tap into the energies, or, you know, try that. So plus being on this call, we are energetically all linked now, and it's very powerful. So I want to just briefly some highlights of some of these locations, because once we start the guided meditation, I'm not going to talk about them. It's going to be a purely experiential feeling experience. So the Southwest South Dakota, that was from basically December 2020 onward. Or Wanda, do you want to explain, because you mostly, that was brought to your attention and then we worked with it. Do you have anything to say about the Southwest South Dakota locations?
Sorry, we've got company, so they just arrived back. Sure. Last summer, I had numerous times when I was meditating, I would hear voices say, "We need you to write down a list of locations." So I did that, and they said, "You need to get with Star Walker and let her know that these have to have a portal opened at them. And it was like a sacred circle, I think they call, like what you have in the around the portal points around Tucson. They wanted that opened up in these spots, and they showed me the spots that needed to have the portals open, but they didn't really explain why. And they said that would come to me later when we would get together. So when I got back to Arizona, we snowbird, contacted Starwalker, and we set up these a meeting to open up these portals, and it was just amazing. They were all linked together energetically. But there again, spirit they just kept right in my face, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. So just, it's one of those things, you just do it.
Right,
Do it.
right.
Yeah.
And thank you, Wanda. And another one is about Uxmal, which is the Mayan oval pyramid in the Yucatan. And that was special because I connected with it in 1990 when I was a spiritual journey down there. And interesting, while there, and remembering as in ancient Mayan, that they pointed to the ground and said, there's something buried there. And when we were in session here at one time, that came up as possibly one of the locations where when the ancient Atlanteans, when it was going down, that they took a lot of the information in a hall of record to the Yucatan. So maybe that's one of the portal points. And so that's why it's very important. And the Bosnian pyramid is on this list because energetically it's connected between the Tucson Green Valley area and the Great Pyramid in Egypt on the arc of the land of the planet going from Egypt to this area. So it's very special. And Bosnia pyramid is a very powerful ancient one. They say is even older than the Egyptian pyramids. And so the also the connection with the Egyptian pyramids to this valley is that I was also shown just a little bit north of Elephant Head at the base of the Santa Ritas, energy portal that was like, they said it had like Egyptian energy, and it was the divine primordial blueprint for the planet. And so that's very important. And I think Steve mentioned that there is maybe an ancient archaeological site somewhere up there, and I'm gonna have to talk to him later about it to see if they're the same site. That would be very interesting. And then also Ayers Rock, that is a place that our group connected to on the winter solstice of 2020 during our Zooms. So that just gives you a rough idea of the experiences and who we're working with and the importance of all this. And so now I created a PowerPoint, and we'll go through that. And when I start the PowerPoint, when we start the meditation, got to make sure, yeah, everybody's muted. And it will, oh, Elaine, you had your hand up, sorry.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be answered now. I got a message about a month ago about a portal.
Can't hear you. Do you need to say something? Oh, there you go. Oh, now you're muted. Can't hear you, Elaine.
No?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. About a month ago, I got a message about a mountain here in the area. I know where it is in Colorado, and it's going to be opening, and they're calling it Portal 13. And I don't know what to do about it. For a couple of days, I had some visions, and I drew some pictures of, and I expected it to blow like a volcano. It had all these fumes and things coming out, and then nothing's happened. And I haven't read anything about any tremors being felt anywhere, so I don't know what to do about it.
Well,
If anything.
will you email me the information? Or, so I'd like to talk to you about that and more about that.
I don't have much about it. That's why I'm kind of befuddled.
Okay, let's talk or email also about that. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go to the screen share. Okay. This is the Cosmic Portal Connection, April 5th, today. This is a map that shows the points, and you can see on the far left, there's the Tucson area, and up to the upper left is South Dakota. And then over by the East Coast is that state park. And you can see below this state park is the Yucatan Peninsula, and then that's tied to the Atlantean energies of the Bermuda Triangle area. But going then eastward, you see where the Egyptian pyramids would be, and further east to the Tibetan mountains. And then almost straight up from Egypt is where it shows the word Romania. That's where the Bosnian pyramid is. And then up to the far right is the Siberia, where that is another place that we worked on. So it's interesting. This shows that, you know, sort of parallel lines between South Dakota and the Bosnian pyramid, and then between the Tucson, Green Valley area over to Egypt, and then over to the Tibetan mountains. So that just shows them, you know, that possible energetic connections. And here's showing the direct portal locations. And you can see on them that they have many, the points are on there. Ayers Rock is, well, it was down to the lower right. So next. Okay, going to talk just briefly about the Tucson Green Valley area that say again, it's destined to be Ascension portal light. And it was activated with 6 portals around from the Catalinas, the Rincons to the Santa Ritas. And near the Santa Ritas by Elephant Head is that ancient divine primordial blueprint of the earth. And 2019, there's a lot of labyrinths in the Tucson Green Valley area, and did a lot of awakening and going there because they are helping to anchor in these higher vibrations. And so there's, you can just search for Tucson labyrinths. I think there's like, the whole area's got like 22 of them, a lot. And then in 2020, it was about the spring of 2020 till now, the new mission is to anchor in the cosmic ascension portal earth grid. And on the right, you see the spiral that was created. You can see the different points that was in that location that is surrounding this area. And like I say, there's a big, strong Egyptian connection to Green Valley. So here on the left, it's showing the Giza Plateau, where the pyramids are, is a Fibonacci spiral. And then to the right of that is the portal points that were created in the Tucson Green Valley area. And if you turn the original Giza Plateau spiral upside down, look, it's like this area is a mirror reflection of the Giza Plateau where the pyramids are. Isn't that just amazing? It's showing this was not by accident that this is happening, and you're all a part of this. And then in January, we activated this portal layout of Egypt in the living room. And since then, Thoth, Anubis, and Isis have been coming in. They're like just our old buddies that hang out when we do the sessions. It's amazing to be able to connect with them and have their vibration around. So there's a big, strong Egyptian connection, and especially showing that the Fibonacci spiral of being the mirror reflection to the Egyptian pyramids. I mean, that's huge. And then the last on March 12th, which was, destined in spirit's timing to find and activate, as I call Pyramid Mountain, in this area in the desert. And it was on divine timing that it happened. And so this is very special. For this, they said, is basically creating the main anchor point for the Tucson Green Valley area energies and the connection point for all these other places in the world that we're going to. So very special site on that. And thanks, Steve, for that. So we're going to start now going through the meditation. And what I'm just going to briefly tell you what it's going to be like first, is that we're going to focus and show the picture of each location starting in the west and going from west to east. And just to, when the picture shows up, just to connect and focus upon its energy. Notice what it feels like. And once you've made that energetic connection, and then send it healing energies of clearing, balancing, and activating it into the cosmic divine white light higher consciousness. And then we're going to be showing all the pictures. So that's the thing. We see the picture, you focus, energetic connect, and then send it healing energies from your light field, clearing, balancing, and activating to this new cosmic consciousness. Okay. We already did the Tucson Green Valley area, so let me just go up to this point again. This is going to be the starting point of this whole area we're in. So looking at the picture now, just tune in, and when you're able to feel connection, then close your eyes and just really energetically shift to it and send it those healing energies. And we'll do that for about 3 minutes for each location. Here we're going to move on to South Dakota. If you want to open your eyes, look at the map if you wish, just to orient yourself, and then back into the meditation. The southwest part, a lot of the Black Hills area, Native American sites. Just tune into that now and send it blessings. Okay, we're going on to the next portal point. Here's the Uxmal oval pyramid in the Yucatan. Connect with its energy, send it blessings as we meditate now to activate it. Next portal point is ancient Atlantis and the Bermuda Bimini Triangle area. The next area is Kiowa Toxaway State Park, South Carolina. The next portal is the Bosnian pyramid in Bosnia. The next portal is in Siberia. It's north of Mongolia, Siberia. Next is the Egyptian pyramids. Next is the Himalayan mountains around Tibet. Next, Ayers Rock, Australia. With your eyes still closed, imagine that all of these portals are connected with each other And notice how it feels with this powerful connection of cosmic oneness. And imagining that each of these connected portal points have divine light, white and blue light going down into the heart of Mother Gaia and also going up into the cosmos, connecting with our cosmic families of light as Mother Earth is now connecting the cosmic beings of light. And fully receive those cosmic oneness energies into your light field as you are a divine cosmic member now. And thanking yourself for sharing with this connection, these portals. As you give, so you receive. They are now all connected. So when you feel ready, open your eyes, be back, holding your vibration in this vibration of the new cosmic oneness. Just as the earth is in this picture, illuminated with a new light of the higher consciousness. Thank you, everyone. And we've gone over it. It was, thank you, everybody. If anybody wishes to share, they can, or we can just hold the space and end, whichever. Thank you, everyone. Anybody else wish to share, or do we end it? Hate to leave the vibrations. Hmm. Yeah, I don't want to leave. All right, blessings, everyone. Until later, namaste.